Hi folks, today I'm going to show you how to make an electronic digital saw stop. I use this for segmented wood turning. For a long time I used the conventional method with the saw stop that you adjust this to where you want it, measure the piece you cut, go back and move the adjustment again. This one here you don't have to do that. It's real simple to make. It's made out of a digital caliper. You buy this particular one on Amazon for less than $10, and you mount it onto a wooden block that fits into your miter slot on your table saw. And this particular one is made out of oak, but it's got two magnets in it that it really holds it in place. You could also adjust this so that it's really snug, a really snug fit inside your teeth slot track as well, or your miter slot, I should say. The caliper itself has an end piece on it that becomes your stop block for your new cutter, for your new segment. Put the wood right up against that, and then make it cut. These pieces are just made out of. I made mine out of oak, and it's just bonded with epoxy. This piece right here is epoxy onto the end of the shaft, and these two pieces are epoxy together, as is this caliper epoxy to this block of wood. The only thing is you want to be sure that when you epoxy all this, that everything is relatively square and 90 degrees. And really, that's about all there is to it. I'll go ahead and show you how I made this little guy here. I've been using it, by the way, for I'm going to guess about over a year now, and I've used it a lot, and it's always been very, very accurate. Whenever I set this dial on, once I zero this meter out, once I set this zeroed out, then I can then dial in just by sliding this to the thickness that I want, lock it down, and it works beautifully. Anyway, I'll show you how to make it. Follow me right along. Okay, to start with, we're going to start out with this little inexpensive plastic, or it's a carbon fiber. Actually, it's I like it better over the metal ones because you have to do some trimming of these pieces, and these pieces come off really, really easy. So for now, we're going to go ahead and proceed to modify this little guy right here. A few things you have to do. There's a little tiny button at the back end. See if I can get a little bit closer here. This little guy right here, it pops out. You just pop that out, and that lets you now take this slide all the way out. So let's go ahead and do that. As you can see, that piece just pops right out. Now you can take this slide all the way out. And what you have left now is this piece right here. I would recommend that you take the battery out of this while you're doing it. No sense in having this thing come off and on every time you do something. So these are basically the pieces you have left. The only thing you really have to do, you don't have to do it. On this end, you do. I like to take a Dremel tool and just cut this end off right here. Or you can do it on a bandsaw. Take a bandsaw and then kind of just smooth up the edges a little bit. Then this piece here, for all practical purposes, is ready to go. Next thing is to take these points off right here. And again, you can do this on a bandsaw. Just trim that off right there, and you can just come along and trim this off right here if you like to. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and cut all these pieces up and get them sanded, and I'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, folks, as you can see, I trimmed this piece down, got rid of all of the parts that were protruding, and I did the same thing to this device right here. Only modification I had to make to this is this device does not come with a thumb screw in it, which you desperately need to lock this slide in place. This is an M3 screw. You can buy these on Amazon or just about anywhere, I guess. This is an M3, and I bought an M3 tap and drill, and I drilled it out, and tapped it so that this screws right into it. So this part is done. The only thing left to do now is to basically make the wooden block for it to mount onto your table saw. And I'm going to go ahead and make one for this here. And after I get the pieces cut, I'm not going to bore you with how to cut wood on the table saw, but I'll make the pieces, come back in here, and I'll show you how we assemble this. Okay, folks, I'm back. I've cut the 3 pieces of wood, and what we've got here is this is the piece that's going to be flat on the table saw. This is the piece that will ride into your miter slot. These 2 pieces will be glued together like so. I put the magnets on this piece right here instead of this piece. Gives it a little bit better contact. That way this piece does not have to bottom out into the table saw. This piece here will lay flat on the top of the saw. The other way, with the magnets here, this piece had to be the perfect thickness. So this will work better this way. And then you mount your device on top of that with epoxy, and you want to make sure that your slot piece here, or the piece that's going to fit in your miter slot, and this are really, really close to 90 degrees if you can get them. The next step, of course, will be to add this piece to it. And this is the piece that you're actually going to be measuring from. Your wooden piece will come into here and bump up against this. So you want this piece here to be very, very vertical. In fact, it probably wouldn't hurt to assemble all this on your table saw, in place on your table saw, where you can square everything up. But that's about it. That's all there is to it. It's a real simple little process. I hope you decide to make one. If you do, hope it works out for you. It's worked out very well for me and a few of my friends that I've showed how to use it. So thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.